Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and today I'm going to talk about A Playdate with Destiny. Playdate with Destiny is a Simpsons theatrical short. It's the second theatrical short that is playing before Pixar's Onward. It is, I believe, the second time Disney has decided to put a non-Pixar short in front of a Pixar movie for some reason. It's the first time with Frozen, and this time with The Simpsons. And A Playdate with Destiny is also the first G-rated Simpsons thing released theatrically, and it is the third piece of Simpsons content, I guess you could say, released theatrically after the movie and a previous short called The Longest Daycare. This is a short that is entirely starring Maggie, much like their previous theatrical short, The Longest Daycare. The plot is basically she goes to a playground, meets this little boy who she falls in love with. They do various little baby things, and she kind of fantasizes about all these like wonderful grown-up things, even though they're doing like fun little baby things. And she tries to go back to that playground every day, but Homer eludes her, trying to go to a different playground because it has a really good food cart, but the playground is not age appropriate because Homer isn't a good dad. Maggie tries to find this other little baby and play with him again, as she is very much in love with him. This was directed by David Silverman, who directed both the Simpsons movie and The Longest Daycare. I don't remember The Longest Daycare that well, and I'm not sure how related to it is. There's almost no dialogue in this at all, other than the Maggie sounds by Matt Groening and there's a phonics frog voiced by Chris Edgerly. And I think you hear Homer's voice at certain points, but it's sort of like the best of what modern Simpsons can do, because I don't hate this totally. I wasn't really exactly happy that this short is happening before Onward. I don't like not getting a Pixar short. I think that's fucking bullshit. I get that they want kids and families to rethink about The Simpsons. That's probably why they're doing this, or at least that's my theory. It's mainly to get people into it, which is sort of weird because it does have all the kind of sight gags of modern Simpsons. It has all the like the dialogue, kind of like you see all the books. They have like various written jokes which don't play as well in modern Simpsons. They have like way too many words because they think someone's gonna freeze frame the screen. No one's going to do that, modern Simpsons. Like, no one likes you that much anymore. You need to stop pretending like anyone's going to do that. They're like almost too much to read, because you're like, as soon as you read one, it goes to the next one really quickly, and it's like you need to let those jokes hit. You know, it's not about reading speech. It's just like if you're going boom, 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 boom. As soon as I start to sort of, even maybe if I was going to chuckle, I don't have time to even do that because I moved on to the next one. So, but all the silent stuff with Maggie does actually work pretty well. I thought it was a fun little short. It's not like, I recently saw Shaun the Sheep Farm again. It's not as good as Aardman can do, frankly, but it was fairly entertaining for what it was. I think the other problem with modern Simpsons is it feels like it's in such a fantasy Simpsons world that the stakes mean like nothing. And like anytime like the camera moves a little bit, you see like a Simpsons character, like you see Barney in the background, you see Nelson, you see all these different characters you've seen before. And like, I get The Simpsons has a really cool like supporting cast, but like that just feels like you're overdoing it. And a lot of times what worked about this was Maggie and her relationship with this little boy, and that was really cute and sweet, and there's kind of a niceness to this, and it kind of had some stakes to it through her anxiety. But it felt like everything else about how this is written by people who clearly, I think what kind of hurts the show is kind of impenetrable. So oftentimes when shows get like multi-season pickups or so forth, it actually hurts the show because no show goes, I can be risky or whatever. There's almost a safe quality to it that I think modern Simpsons hasn't really been able to escape, because nothing will get you canceled. This plays as like a better version of that, because they're playing around, they're doing kind of a silent thing with Maggie, having fun with the concept. They're able to kind of sell at least her kind of stakes to it and why it means something to her and why it's important to her, but it never leaves you that she's like a little baby. And I think like you always have that outside adult perspective, and I probably would have liked more of that childlike sense of wonder, like, yeah, that train's gonna go around again, but you could have, I don't know, there's just too many things like that with it. So I think it is fine sort of overall for what this sort of thing is. It was a fine little short. It's not amazing. It doesn't make me want to rewatch more Simpsons or anything like that. It makes me go, hey, modern Simpsons could be all right. Maybe I should watch a new episode sometime. And it's like a day later, and I'm sort of like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it made a strong impression. It made me dislike modern Simpsons a little less. And if that was the point, I guess they succeeded. The other thing about this short is it has two jokes about like, hey, we're bought by Disney now, which was funnier when they weren't bought by Disney. And when they were cynical about said things, and in this, they're clearly, you're just bought by Disney. It's just a corporation making a joke about being a mega corporation. It's not fun anymore. And that's basically what they do in the opening shot, where you see a Mickey silhouette and it's Homer holding 2 donuts. And then you see Mickey Mouse at the end with the Gracie Films thing. I get that you're bought by Mickey Mouse and Disney and all that stuff, but you're not doing anything funny with it. It's just like a corporate thing. I know the Simpsons are owned by a major corporation and all that stuff, but it feels like such a shadow of what they used to be, or they used to like make fun or be critical of it. It's just them going like, look, we're with Disney, and like, this is just depressing. Like, I like when they do all these Disney references and they're like, haha, they're our corporate overlords. You're like, that they are. That is what they are. Where's the joke? The joke is consolidation of our media. Anyway, Playdate with Destiny is like fine. It's not that long. It's fine. You'll watch and go, that was nice, and you'll move on. And most likely, if you didn't have to review it, you'll probably forget about it. And if someone brings it up, you're like, yeah, whatever. That's probably the best we can probably get from Modern Simpsons. And I guess that's okay with me. So if you have seen Playdate with Destiny and you would like to talk about it, then comment below in the comments and subscribe if you would like to.